Yo, what's up? It's Lucas, and in today's video, I want to talk about this website thing. Do you need a website? Is a website going to help you? Is a website mandatory in order to be a coach, to be a successful coach? Do you need a website to get clients, or collect money, or sell your program, or X, Y, and Z? And I am going to cut through the crap and give you pure truth that you can take, you can run through your body, and see if it resonates true to you. This conversation could be 5 hours long or 5 minutes long. I'm going to choose to make it 5 minutes long. But we do have podcasts and we do have resources that could help you dive in deeper on this if you choose to at the end. We do have a few podcast episodes right off my mind that I know we did on websites and really just asset creation. But I really think we can get it through in 5 minutes, so I'm going to do my best here. The question is dependent upon the sequence or where you're at in your business. And if you're just starting, or you're only working with a few clients, or you haven't yet hit like $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 a month, you don't need a website, at least in the traditional sense. First thing I'll hear is like, but you have a website. And I'm like, yeah, we have a website only because we drive a lot of traffic. We've got a lot of resources. We have podcasts, 2 podcasts. We have YouTube videos. We've got tons of resources. We've got masterclasses, webinars, downloads, ebooks, free courses. And I need a hub in order to store all that. So when people come to the website, they can choose which direction they want to go. And I'm going to talk about that in a second if you are in the place of needing to build a website. I'll talk about how to build it and how to do it right. If you're not there yet, we could talk about probably that $25,000 or $20,000 a month level, depending on your model. We could talk about, like, if you're just starting and you don't have a ton of resources, there's no need for a website. 2 reasons. You don't have tons of resources and you have no traffic. No one's just going to find your website magically. You have to bring people there. You have to drive people there. So the one thing we have clients do, of course, who do we serve? How do we serve it? How do we serve them? What's our special method, and so we can separate, differentiate, and really show how we're unique, what we do different, how we do different, so we can stand out. Once we're clear on that, we create one page, www.yourname.com, whatever that may be, that becomes an asset for us, but all it really talks about is the big transformation you provide your clients, your mission, your vision, so there's a connection. Talks about possibly even a little piece of your story, so there's a connection. Talks about maybe some proof of the results you've gotten, so there's some trust, and then an invite into a call, into a calendar, into an application, into whatever. Do you absolutely need that? No. But the way I build things and the way I choose to build things is I don't like to waste time. I don't like to be inefficient. And banter back and forth through email, trying to find a time, trying to explain what it is you do, can get very old very fast. But if you have an asset built, that if someone is interested, or they can just go check it out, because at the end of your content you mentioned www.yourname.com, people can learn about what it is you do, and they can select a time to talk to you and fill out an application. It is one of the simplest systems you can build that removes a lot of headache. Now as you talk with people, they'll give you new information, and you can keep adjusting your sales page in order to handle objections, in order to stir up, the problem they're facing, and really show that you are an expert because you understand where they're at, and you really show them, your potential people, your prospects, your clients, your potential clients, your future clients, what you do to help them get from point A to point B. If that interests you, book a call. That's all we build. You can call it a website, but it's not really a website, although it kind of is. It's a www.com website, but it has no menu, has no navigation, has none of that. It's really simple. It's usually fairly short too. Now, once you start getting some clients, you start making some money, you might want to build out a second asset, maybe a PDF download for a lead generator, maybe a free course, maybe a small quickie webby, we call them, little 20-minute presentation. You might want to build something out that is a conversion tool, or that gets someone from cold to warming them up. So now you can make an offer, you can have an invite into talking with you. Now, you don't really have a need for a website yet, because now you just have 2 links you can send out, but you're starting to develop the assets in the library needed to maybe be like, okay, now I need a website. Now, and you can check out our website, lucasrubix.com. Now someone lands on your website, you have to understand there's cold, warm, hot. Some people who come to my website have never heard of me. Or maybe they just saw something, they clicked on it, they saw my write-up, they saw me on a podcast somewhere, and they decided to look me up. They don't know me. So I make sure it's very clear I have a few things, few very popping out call to actions that people can click on in order to maybe listen to the podcast, check out the YouTube channel, download this PDF, grab your free course. That's for the cold. You got to have that. You can spend 25 grand building a professional website and it could do nothing for you if it's not optimized. It's really the top of your funnel. And then you can create a relationship tool out of it. We have our core values on there. We have a little bit more about me, about us, about the company, about how we started, where we're going, our mission, our vision, what we're doing, with invites into 22-minute presentations. Now we can we're warming people up. And then we, of course, have for our hot prospects. So maybe someone who's watching the lives, watched the video, said, you know what, I really need some coaching. I need some help building my business. LucasRubix.com, work with me, or check out our program, or book a call. There's many call to actions that people can go to in order to get in contact with us so we can chat about if it's a good fit. That's the only reason for a website. I've had clients who were all excited being like, I just got a website built for me. And I looked at it and I'm like, I don't want to bust your boat. Like, this is great, awesome, but it's not an asset we can use. This will not lead to clients. And then we've had clients who've done $10,000, $20,000 a month and they haven't had a website. You don't need a website. Great to have, won't hurt, but it's a total waste of time at first. Build it when you've got the resources to do it and when you understand your messaging so you can build a website that really connects and converts. Muchos importante. Really hope that helps. Check out our website, www.lucasrubix.com. And if you know anything about me, what's the one actionable thing you took from this video? Just one. Drop it in the comments. One thing. Let's make it actionable so this is just information. Anything you can pull from this, maybe that's, my website can wait. Or maybe that's, no, it's time for a website. Or maybe like, I have a website, but I'm going to optimize it. Or I'm going to simplify my website. One actionable thing that you took from this video. And with that said, I'm going to put 2 videos up here. I like to do a mindset piece and more of a strategic video to help you keep growing your online coaching business. So if any of these videos resonate with you, let's continue building your coaching business. And with that said, I'll see you in the next video.